Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is going to be my first video, and for those of you that don't know, my name is Liana and I post bookish content on TikTok and Instagram. And if you see a tail in the background, that is my dog. So for today's video, I am going to be picking my March TBR using TBR prompts. So I have my TBR jar here and I've added around, I think, 20 prompts. And there's things like books that are longer than 500 pages, the most recent book that I've gotten, a book with a one-worded title, Instagram chooses my next read, and those are honestly the only ones I can remember. In the past, I have actually attempted this, but instead of prompts, I added book titles. And yeah, I failed miserably. I chose 8 books, and out of those 8, I read 0. And it's because I'm a mood reader, so I'm hoping with prompts, since I'll have like a few books to choose from with each one I pick, it'll go better. So I'm going to be picking around 5 or 6 prompts. I was originally going to go with 10, but I am making my way through the Zodiac Academy series, and I think I have like 5 books left, and I know for a fact that I'm going to read all of them in March, because when I say that I am addicted to this series, I am not exaggerating. Like, it has quite literally overtaken my life. My social life has just disappeared ever since I started that series. Anyways, let me just stop yapping about the Zodiac Academy series and actually pick the first prompt. Okay, so the first one is pick a book with my eyes closed. So obviously I have my bookshelf behind me and I also have one here, so I need to choose which shelf I want to pick from, and hopefully it's not one that I've already read, because I personally don't really like rereading books, and I honestly think it's just because I have way too many books on my TBR. Okay, so I picked Cruel is the Light by Sophie Clarke, and I actually got a signed copy of this book sent to me, which I am so happy about. But I have been very excited to read this book. I've heard so many good things, and I'm pretty sure this is enemies to lovers, which I think you can kind of tell by the cover of the book. That's literally my favourite trope ever. So I'm going to quickly read the description. A brutal war between demons and humanity has raged across Europe for over a century. At its heart are 2 elite soldiers, Celine Oliva, a powerful exorcist trained at the prestigious Vatican Academy, and foot soldier Jules Lacroix, who is unrivaled in battle. When their paths cross, despite initial distrust, then unwelcome attraction, Jules and Celine discover a terrible secret at the heart of the Holy Vatican City. Soon, Jules is forced to question everything he's ever known, including himself, and Celine, unable to ignore her growing feelings for Jules, must make an impossible choice between love and duty. I am so excited to read this one. And also at the back it says, they say love conquers all, but can love win in a war between demons and exorcists, or will it just tear them all apart? This sounds amazing. It is a bit on the bigger side, and I know people don't like when a book is too long, but honestly I love it, especially if I'm really enjoying the book. Like, I get to read it for longer. So that is the first one. The second one is going to be a proof copy. So this is going to be a book that hasn't released yet, and I know exactly which one I'm going with. So I've gone with The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, and for those of you that don't know, this is the author of One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, and I literally devoured those books, and ever since I've read them, she has been one of my favourite authors. And at the back here it says, it is a gothic miscloaked tale of a prophetess who is forced on an impossible quest with the one devilishly handsome knight whose future is beyond her sight. I do think I said prophetess wrong, but it's okay. We're just gonna ignore that, because I've honestly never seen that word. I have seen prophets, but not prophetess. You know what, I'm just gonna stop trying to say it. I think from what I have read, the main character can kind of see into the future, and then the love interest is a knight. I can already tell this is going to be a 5-star read. Is it bad of me for already predicting that? I don't know, but I honestly love the way Rachel Gillig writes. Anyways, I am going to stop fangirling over Rachel Gillig right now, because I feel like it might be a bit annoying. So The Night and the Moth is the second book. For the third one, I am going to be going with a book that I'm scared to read. Usually I'm scared to read books that will rip my heart out, tear it to shreds, and stomp on those shreds and then leave me sobbing for hours. So I'm guessing March will be an emotional month. And that is going to be The Poppy Wall by R.F. Kuang. I have seen quotes from this book that have made me shed a tear, even though I haven't even read the book. I've also seen people's reactions to it, which really does terrify me. But I have been wanting to read this despite the fact that I know it will break my heart. and this is also more of an epic fantasy, and I usually tend to read romanticies, but I have been wanting to like get into epic fantasies. Maybe starting with this one will scar me, but oh well. It does say on the first page that it is a grimdark military fantasy. Yeah, I'm scared to read this. Hopefully there will be at least one point in time in March where I will be in a sad mood so that I will actually want to pick this book up. Because you know what, when I am sad, I do not pick up a happy book to make me feel better. Instead, I pick up a sad book that will destroy me. I don't know why I do that. I don't know why I choose to make myself feel worse. It's like a form of torture. But that's just how I've always been and how I always will be, despite it being very bad for my mental health. But it's okay. I'm fine. The fourth prompt is a book that will make me cry. It's like I don't want to be happy. Okay, March is going to be horrible. I honestly don't know which one to go with though. I did just get sent Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen, and I don't know if this book has a sad ending, but on the front of it, it does say they've loved each other in 1,000 lifetimes. They've killed each other in every one. So I feel like this might have a lot of like angst and like really make you frustrated and want to cry. Because if two people who love each other are constantly driven to kill each other, I do think this will make me cry. Also, I just want to show you the book. It has pink sprayed edges, and then obviously like there's pink on the front, and then it follows on the spine, and then like it ends here. But look at the end papers. They're pink. If you couldn't tell, I love it when books are pink. So Our Infinite Fates is the fourth book. The fifth prompt I'm gonna go with is a book that is over 500 pages. All of the books I've picked are so long, and the Zodiac Academy series is also very long. Like the books just get longer as you go along, and I'm pretty sure the fifth one, which is the one I am currently reading, is around 800 pages. So March is going to be a long month. You know what, if I'm just deep diving into long books, I might as well just pick a massive one. So I picked Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Roerich. This I know is a dark romantasy, and I got it for Christmas. And to be honest, I have been wanting to read it since Christmas, but I think I've just been intimidated by the size of it. So there's a content warning on the front of this book, and it says, "Am I still going to rip your heart out? Yep. Are you probably going to hate some characters for a while? I can almost guarantee it." And I actually did know that part. I did know that the characters have a lot of like character development to go through. But nevertheless, I'm still very excited for this one. So the last one is an epic fantasy. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going with that, because epic fantasies, they basically guarantee that you'll end up crying. So I'm gonna put that one back in. I am cheating, I know, but I don't care. So I'm gonna go again. A book that hasn't released yet. Did I put that in here twice? I've already picked that, so do I go again? Because I know. Oh no, I didn't pick that. I picked a proof copy, so this is different. I thought I was stupid and added two of the same ones in here. I wasn't sure which one to pick, but I just remembered that I got an ARC sent to me on my Kindle of Wild Side by Elsie Silver. And if Elsie Silver writes it, I am going to be reading it. She is one of my auto-buy authors. So for a book that hasn't released yet, it is definitely going to be that. Okay, so the 6 books I picked are Reign of Shadows and Endings by Melissa K. Roerich, Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen, The Poppy Wall by R.F. Kuang, The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig, Cruel is the Light by Sophie Clarke, and Wild Side by Elsie Silver. And then there's also going to be the rest of the Zodiac Academy series, which for me is going to be, I think, books 5 through 9. I am planning to vlog a 24-hour readathon in March, so who knows, I might be able to get through more books. I'm not making any promises to myself, because there are months where I will read 10 books, and there are months where I will read 0. There's literally no in between, but recently I have been addicted to reading. I've literally been flying through my books, and towards the end of February I actually read like a book a day, and I am grateful that I'm quite a fast reader. Anyways, I feel like I'm yapping, so I'm gonna stop. And I hope this video wasn't too bad. Like I said at the beginning, it is my first time recording a YouTube video, So if you liked watching this and want to stick around for more bookish content, make sure to subscribe because I will be posting around 2 times a week. And I'm just gonna have a lot of fun with this. I'm gonna experiment with different videos. I have a few ideas in mind already. As I've already said, I am going to be doing a 24-hour readathon, and then I'm also going to be doing book hauls because I do get a lot of books. I have a book buying addiction. Reading only romance books for a week, or Instagram chooses my reads for the entire week. I just have a lot of different ideas and I'm going to stop talking about them because if I continue, we'll be here for a while. But if you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. Bye!